Yugoslavia's politicians are fighting to end the battles, today appealing for help from the European community. Far from the violence in Yugoslavia, Slovenians from across Canada and the U.S. gathered today to celebrate Slovenia Day. The guest of honor, Dr. Janez Dular, a cabinet minister from the new Slovenian government.
The Slovenians who've gathered here have come here to celebrate independence of Slovenia this year and to hear Mr. Dular tell us more about the crisis that happened in Slovenia in the last 3 weeks and where we go from here. We want to hear more about the rebuilding efforts.
But in both cases, the message was the same. They're looking for support in their bid for independence from Yugoslavia. Lisa Pappas reports.
We want our people to have a right to live in their home, in their homeland, and to be their own bosses, to be their own rulers.
Slovenians from across Canada come to this summer camp near Bolton every year. But this year, things are different. Their homeland is fighting for independence. Janez Dular is a Slovenian cabinet minister. He's here to discuss the events taking place back home and to ask the Canadian government to recognize Slovenia as an independent nation. He's pleased the 3-month ceasefire is holding and says his people do not fear the Yugoslav army.
They're strong only in number and in armory. However, when they attacked Slovenia, it was shown that internally they're not unified.
Meanwhile, Croatian Canadians in Toronto are also showing support for their homeland, as they have every day since declaring independence from Yugoslavia. Yesterday, Croatia's vice president came looking for the same support for Croats and Slovenians in Canada. Janez Dular will return to Slovenia with $150,000 in aid for medical and food supplies.
We're very confident that the money is going for the right thing. We asked that they will report to us where the money is going to be spent.
Fighting continued in Croatia this weekend while it was quiet in the neighboring Republic of Slovenia. Both republics want to secede from Yugoslavia. And Slovenian Canadians say it is worth battling for an independent, democratic homeland.
To get an independence, you usually have to pay the price. Nobody really gets an independence. You have to take it. Americans didn't get it. They had to fight for it.
Is it worth fighting for?
Yes.
The people here are united, not only by friends and family, but also in their belief that Slovenia will achieve independence. And most aren't worried about the threat of intervention or retaliation by the Yugoslav government. They say the will and determination of their people is stronger than the force of the Yugoslav army. Lisa Pappas, CBC News, at the Slovenian summer camp
today for their annual festival. The event has been held for more than 3 decades, but with recent events back in their homeland, this year's celebration took on a special significance. CFTO's Pauline Chan has more.
It's traditionally a day to celebrate their cultural heritage, but this year's Slovenia Day also celebrates their freedom.
Things are still tense. Apparently right now there's a ceasefire going on. We're hoping for the best.
An estimated 5,000 people joined in the festivities, which featured traditional dances and music. Today's keynote speaker was Dr. Janez Dular, a Slovenian cabinet minister. Dular asked for international recognition of Slovenia's independence and pleaded for economic and financial aid to rebuild the area. His wish was soon granted with a presentation of a check for $150,000.
We thought we were going to have a modest goal, but we've already reached $250,000 in the past 10 days, which really delighted and surprised us, and so we're just going to keep going.
Last Wednesday night, several hundred Slovenian Canadians held a candlelight vigil in Nathan Phillips Square to remember those who died in the recent conflict with the Yugoslav army. But today's celebrations were full of hope and optimism for the future of a free Slovenia.
Oh, people are happy that there's no more war in Slovenia. They're still worried about how the settlement is going to go. And they're all giving a lot of money to help people back for the damage that was done.
Pauline Chan, CFTO News in Tottenham.